just really personal to me, but if it really helps anybody out there, I hope you guys stick around and watch this. So I was diagnosed as an adult with what's called OC ADHD. It's obsessive compulsive attention deficit disorder. So the reason why I wasn't diagnosed until I was an adult is because those of us that have OC ADHD, it's like a superpower in a lot of ways. We're mostly great students. We're mostly really good athletes. There's really not a lot of causes for concern academically. Socially, though, we struggle. We struggle a lot. So what's the difference between OC ADHD and regular ADHD? And it's the fact that we are interested in a lot of things, but things that we're not interested in, our brain just refuses to be a part of it. I've almost lost jobs. I fell asleep a lot in random places. I've fallen asleep in conversations. I struggle to drive a car if it's the same route that I've taken over and over again, because essentially if my brain doesn't think that information is necessary, or if it's information I'm not interested in, it will just shut it out. And I mean shut everything out. For a long time, we actually thought it was like untreated narcolepsy, the condition where you just fall asleep, because I could be like having a conversation with someone and I could be so bored with the conversation. Like, have you ever heard about being bored to death? If I didn't want the conversation, even if I'm trying to be polite, it's like my soul leaves my body. And that goes for when I'd be driving as well. I have to have like a podcast or something that's giving me new information when I'm driving. Because if I hear the same songs that I'm familiar with and I'm driving the same route I'm familiar with, my brain says this information's not needed, shut down. And that's because on the flip side of it, at first they thought it was insomnia. Because at nighttime, I just lie there awake and I think about things, all the things that I'm interested in, or that I've thought about that day, or that I wasn't able to complete that day. And that's where it becomes a real curse. See, if you give a task to somebody that has OC ADHD, they can't stop obsessing about it until said task is completed. On the positive side, that makes us great problem solvers, makes us great employees, but we can't stop. We have to complete it, and we have to do it the right way. We might not be the most knowledgeable, we might not be the most experienced in that subject, but by God, we will be when it's over. And that all might sound positive, except for those around us. Because, for example, I take care of animals. I know if a fence needs repaired, I can't stop thinking about it until I get to do it. And that makes me extremely irritable. It makes me hard to be around. If there's something stopping me from doing it, or if it's raining outside, it's storming, and I can't physically go out there and do what I'm wanting to do, that my mind won't stop thinking about, the rest of the world feels like it's literally on fire. Another positive note that's also a curse is we are really, really great at analyzing situations and pattern recognitions. Unfortunately, when I meet people, sometimes I can come off as pretty cold or rude because there's only 30-something models of a human behavior. And when people with OC ADHD recognize the pattern of behavior you fall into, if we've had negative experiences with people that have that same behavior pattern, we automatically just kind of tune you out and shut you down, okay? On the flip side, we can be your best friend within minutes if you fall into that category of people that we like. It also makes us really good at statistical things. Like, I was in finance before I took care of animals. I'm a great blackjack player. I'm a great poker player. I'm great at anything that has numbers or patterns that tend to repeat. Once again, though, it's very hard to enjoy movies because, example, pattern recognition is one of our strong suits. If we recognize the pattern of a movie in the first few minutes, we'll predict almost every twist and turn of the movie. It never fails. I can never watch true crime documentaries or movies or whatever because I figured it out pretty fast. Weirdly enough, there's a ton of police detectives in the world that are OC ADHD because they are naturally perfect for the job. The biggest downside of it, though, is our bodies go until they can't anymore. So if I have 10 tasks on my list, I won't say, okay, handle 3 today, 3 the next day, 3 after that, and we'll just knock the task out. No, my brain thinks you have to get them all done or we're not stopping. Why also, that sounds really great. It almost sounds like you're bragging. It is not. There are days, guys, where it's hard for me to move or hard for me to get up because I've gone nonstop for 4, 5, 6 days and my body just shuts down. I'm talking shutting down to a dangerous level. There's internal damage going on because the lack of sleep, or I just forgot to feed myself or to drink the appropriate amount of water, things like that. So guys, if that sounds like you,